exciting Saturday, and this is Ladies Lounge right here on Splash 105.5 FM, the integrity station. We are excited to be back on the show where all we do is have conversations about women, especially those ones that people usually shy away from. Welcome on board to the show. My name is Tumi Jimmy.
Splash, don't baby. And of course, the ladies are ready to serve you the dose for today. I am Ibukonluwa Olagunju, but you can call me Omajuwa. That name is specially dedicated to my beefer, sitting to my extreme right in the person of Tumilara. Thank you.
So Folakemi Mighty is saying that it is just two stations, Splash and others. So,
Yes,
welcome, I'm bad.
You even came guns blazing.
Yes, I was giving you the face, but let me just let that pass. Because I told you, don't make it too long.
She wants short thing.
But no, wala. Let's move
go.
on.
Do you like short? Okay, sorry.
Let's go.
Do I like short what?
I don't know. Like,
Please,
I was going
let's
to say
be
that
back.
you like short things.
Cleanse the aura and bring it back to talk about serious
Only
things.
things. Let's go.
Okay, so it's
May we
another
not be
day.
serious.
Of course, we don't have to be serious. So it's another day to talk about, to have real talk and deep conversations. And today's edition is not going to be different. So what we're talking about today is something a lot of people are familiar with, but the conversation and the debate always go on. And that's why it is time to talk about it again. So I would start by asking a question. Why are you laughing?
I just remembered one size fits all.
Inside joke. You want to make me be looking at it again and no, I will get past it. Okay, so oh my god. One size does not fit all.
Focus.
One size does not fit all, oh. Everybody, please.
Okay,
Just
alright.
putting that one out there. Okay, so straight to the conversation for today. Now, when it comes to females, women generally, the women folk, we talk a lot about how that sometimes when we react to certain things, it is not something we wanted to do, or if the circumstances were different, we would have done things differently. And by that, I'm talking about, I had cramps that day, so I was cranky and crampy. Like I always say. So let me start with the question that, do you think that there's usually a difference in behavior, in attitude that people put out, that women put out when they are in their,
Different moods.
Basically, what she's trying to say is the mood swing. Shout out
Yes.
to Rotimi Johnson. Thank you so much.
No parties today.
Happy to see you.
And what she's trying to say is that we're talking about mood swings,
Yeah, mood swings,
that
yeah.
comes especially during that time of the month for women.
I'm asking if you think things are usually different at that time of the month.
Absolutely. And this got me thinking about the viral video of this pastor. Pastor Lazarus.
Yeah.
And there was also the
Reverend,
reaction.
sorry.
Is it Reverend?
Reverend
Reverend Femi Lazarus.
Please, Reverend.
Ade. But that Femi Lazarus in
the brother in the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the response by Skookie Pishon.
Yeah, Skookie Pishon.
And, a lot of reactions that trail all of that. I took my time to go through the comments and it was really quite sad how ignorant quite a number of people are. Because sometimes it's even beyond the control of the person in question.
Yes.
There are times when I'm happy one minute and I just feel sad and I just feel teary and I have to go and check my app, like, what's up?
Like,
And when I
am
see that
okay?
it's close by, I'm like, oh, now I get it.
Tantrums.
Now I get it. And that's me saying that I suddenly feel the change in my mood does not mean that it makes me start acting irrationally or start being the quote unquote devil that Reverend Lazarus was trying to touch on. Which brings me to, yes, there are some people that use that as excuse, but does the biology of the woman make it uncontrollable, the change in the mood of women when it comes to that time of the month? Absolutely.
Okay, so
there are some you can control. There are some you just can't control. Like you just said, I thought I was the only one. At times I feel uneasy and I feel
just be craving something that you've not eaten, something that you do not like. You'd be like, killer.
Or sometimes I have this discomforting headache and I'm like, kilo tunde.
Yeah.
And then I'll not remember that, okay, let me check my, and all of that. Or maybe my partner says, maybe I think it is. Then I check my app and I find out that, this is why.
Yeah.
even you, uncle, that you're not a woman, you know yourself that when headache sets in, or you feel a kind of discomfort in your body, you're not yourself.
Yeah.
You're not putting in your best in whatever you're supposed to put in.
When
and then you now come and think that this is we trying to be dramatic. Come on.
So let me just bring it home to health. You know, I'm a health person.
Hey, God.
Yeah, no, let me just put that out there.
Dr. Sumila.
Honorary doctor.
doctor.
No, I know we have a good doctor. I know the honorary Dr. T. Okay, so there's something called premenstrual dysphoric disorder. That is a severe, sometimes disabling extension of premenstrual syndrome. So it is a severe form of PMS that includes physical and behavioral symptoms that usually resolve with the onset of menstruation. So in case you don't know, Dr. T is giving you,
Oh, good.
T is giving you tea. No, so I'm just here to, say that sometimes, yes, women do things irrationally because of their period, but are we trying to justify every single thing? Because you also understand that even though you can control what you would do, what you would react to, how you would react.
When we say that there are some things that come on unwillingly, that doesn't mean that you cannot control it.
That's where I'm going.
There's a place of discipline. There's a place of control. Of course, there are things you have to be able to have that grasp, that control over your emotions, over your actions. So we're not saying that these things come unannounced. It's different from come uncontrollably. Okay. They are controllable.
So that you cannot tell when they will come. Because you know that sometimes it happens before, sometimes it is crazy,
sometimes unexplainable,
and sometimes it comes after. Yeah. Of course, these things happen. But
Thank you for saying that. There's a premenstrual period, and there's a menstrual, and there's a post phase. Yeah.
There are terms they call them, but let's just keep it to what all of you know. Pre, post, and during, but there are terms for it.
Hello, doctor.
No, I'm just
Dr. T. No, enough. Let's go. You should go and check us out on our social media because I've just been turning my head to the left and to the right.
No.
Cool me, ladies.
I'm just trying to establish that yes, these things happen, and I like the fact that Oma said that they should not be excused. Your reactions, those things you're doing, there are people who say that when they get really mad, they throw things or they destroy things. So you now want to spoil a car that costs maybe 7 million naira, and then at the end of the day, you now say they should pardon you because you're
that time
because
of the month.
you know what the the reaction for me.
My issue is finding a balance between knowing that it is not uncontrollable. It is something that you should have been able to master as a woman who knows that this is something that you have to go. This is something that you have to go through every month. But we saying that it should be controllable does not excuse trivializing what women go through. Does not excuse you comparing a lady to another lady, or you comparing your lady to your mother, saying. And that was one of the things that I found offensive in what Pastor Lazarus. I keep calling him Pastor. Pastor Lazarus said.
But what
I found offensive was the fact that yes, he was making reference to somebody in the Bible, and he was talking about how the person had experienced it. Hinging on how people would say that my mother too had menstrual clinical, and she needs an excuse. The fact that was your mother's experience does not mean that that's my experience as a person.
Exactly.
This got me thinking about how when my best friend got pregnant with a child, and she had a different number of symptoms, different from what she had been told. She felt like something was wrong with her somewhere. She felt like maybe there's something that she's not doing, or maybe she's just not. It took her unlearning so many things that
she had been told
before she realized that your experience as a woman would be different from the next person to you.
In fact, to even add to it, imagine I have 3 kids. My experience during my first child will definitely be different from my experience during the pregnancy of the second and the third. It is that dynamic.
So if you're saying that, of course, men should understand and not trivialize the pain women go through. How do you want them to react? And there's something you said about people are different. There's something I will also say to what you said about not being able to control it. So I feel like what works is you should expect it. So you know that there's a time of the month where in fact, to be very truthful, I don't think women have any free day. that something does not happen to
Actually,
them.
yeah, we are not the ovulation you're doing.
You know, it's either you're
Is
craving or you're
something-
cranky,
Yeah,
you know, or you're having
actually.
stomach pain. There's always something wrong. Don't worry. Or you're
Not
having
really,
a headache.
really wrong, but we am
But-
rigbo.
Every other day, yes. So I think we should make that clear to a lot of people. But at the same time, this is something you experience almost every day. So I would assume that you already know that you will feel pain. Now, you might not know to what extent the pain, you might not know to what degree, to what level. You might not know that the pain this month will be more than you had it last month, but you can always prepare for it. And I feel like that's one thing a lot of people don't do. So you know that your period is coming, and then you know that usually you have stomach pain, usually you're cranky, and then that's the time when you will not be able to say no to some outings. Because let's not lie to ourselves. Maybe you might not feel like hanging with people, but because you struggle with saying no, with having boundaries, you want to do things to please other people, and then before you know it, you're there, you're unhappy, you're cranky. So maybe there are ways you can control these things, like control the actions that will lead up to it. If you know that you cannot be happy when you're on your period, then try to manage yourself, because you cannot expect every other person you meet in the world to deal with that.
I think most people that does not mean that the only. The most people that get affected by these mood swings are usually people in the close circle. Maybe your best of friends, maybe your partner, maybe your children,
or your workmates.
Yeah, that you have to see, during that period of time. And I think it comes back to understanding where you have to be during that period. That's why we're thankful for. Yes, they don't predict exact dates, but there are apps that predict the thereabouts of those days. So you know where you will be. So it's being conscious and understanding the fact that you cannot be doing shalaye for everybody. Of course. That this is what you're going through. So there would always be a way to grasping or holding on to your sanity during that period. And also, I keep saying it will bring me back to when we're talking about friendship. The kind of people in your circle also matter. When you have kind people that have empathy in your circle,
I understand how it usually happens to you.
Do you understand? Even if they are not even female, even though they don't even know what it feels like, there's a place of the attempt to understand what you're going through, and knowing that this person is really in pain and all of that, it makes it easier.
So my question will now be that what would you have your significant other do when you're on your days?
Okay, so for me, I will normally I share my app, with my partner, and then there's that place where you can share your dates and your partner. So as a matter of fact, I would appreciate that my partner also is constantly checking. And you understand. Yes,
God,
so I don't
too deep.
You know why?
My partner, they look and say, hey, Onika, hold on.
No, let me tell you why.
Okay.
There are times that I misbehave. I don't spoil things, so I'm not about.
You don't break TV.
There are sometimes that I'm in a very funny mood, and then you go like, oh, it's expected. Sometimes it's even,
so cute.
Okay, no dey fit say boy pay you be 100 now 45 you still do.
You gotta explain yourself.
But there are sometimes I'm not like, oh, this is so I will appreciate their future. I would appreciate that you understand that, oh, this is why I'm doing this and all of that. There are times that is my face that I'm having some, acting and all of that. And I'm like, and I'm just complaining. Even me, the owner of the body, I could not even trace it back to, so I think that every partner should, I'm not saying share up like me, me, I'm a finished woman. But I'm saying that be conscious that times during the month we go through this. You understand? We are not problematic being. We are just special. No, that's God's the way God made us.
Some are problematic.
We are not,
but we're talking about sane people.
We are not being problematic intentionally. Let me put it that way. It's not our intentions. You understand? But even when you're feeling discomfort, the kind of pampering that you want, the same we want from you. You understand? Please understand that it's not as we want to make life difficult for you, because it's even difficult for us at some point. Also, please understand that. Also, give us that care or attention. If you cannot, do not trivialize our feelings. Do not talk down on how we feel. Just zip up. Don't say anything. Rather than saying that she want to call Britney, she man shaking your ma.
I mean,
you cannot
even if you cannot even be caring at that time, sometimes giving the space.
That's what I talked about.
Instead of being unkind at that time, just give the
that
space.
Is very
but
important.
It brings me back to, let's talk about the bodily changes at that time too. like we said earlier, bodies differ.
Yeah.
There are some people that they are going through and they're just glazing, like nothing. You won't even know that anything is wrong. But there are some people that it is as bad as being admitted to hospitals when they are there.
I have a cousin like that.
Some people take injections.
Yes, she's always sorry to cut in. She's always in bed during her period. Anyways, then I think it's slightly different now that she's had a kid. But while we were teenagers and we were growing, it was everybody is on their period once my cousin is on her period.
And everybody has to
our
be
dad,
involved,
our brothers, all of us, because she's throwing up, she's uncomfortable, she's crying. She's
I'm really happy
I'm
happy that you talked about dads and brothers, because there's a place of people also letting the men around them understand these things.
That it happens.
You know that our moms, our parents, let's not lie to ourselves. They knew how to suppress. You know, you could be cranky, but you know that the child,
take it in.
The child will go to school. You know,
So we've talked about caring for them.
Yeah.
When it comes to the things that happen, there's also the angle of some might not have enough strength to do the things that they would normally do. Let's say, for instance, your wife would have cooked that pounded yam. And therefore, before you
shout
come,
out to all you pandas, you natural pandas. I don't know that WhatsApp.
But she's even nice enough to try to explain, and then maybe even order the pounded yam. You're like, no,
if you don't cook
by yourself.
Being mean.
Being kind, understanding that some people might not have strength, and there's also another angle. Some people might be bloated at that time, but when you're that person that you're not attentive to your partner, now you just see being bloated, you're like where did you carry this tummy from?
Like,
where is it coming? Why are you like this?
Yeah.
Why are you looking like I'm
our president? We need allowance for this kind of.
No, well, to be
honest,
honest,
there's some people that have breakouts, like Mighty said. Different reactions, different bodies. It comes back to understanding and paying attention.
Too. Yeah.
So if you need to go see alone, God when. If this is those partners that send
period care package.
Shout out.
You this Jeff people, yes, period what?
Yes, but really, people who have I've never received one.
That's because it's Wednesday.
That guy is a finished man.
I've never received one, but I mean, shout out to those that make a lot of efforts, because it shows effort. If your partner, decides that
I got this. Tires in their cars. You people buy fuel.
They don't have periods. We're talking about period care package now, so let's straighten this out. If they have period every month, we'll give them
have their own time.
I said I've never received period care, but I mean, shout out to people who make efforts to actually give that to their partners. But there's this thing that I saw, and I feel like I should ask us. So if you're prone to melancholy, I mean, we're wrapping up already. If you're prone,
melancholy, explanation, ma.
Doctor.
Please explain. We're talking about temperaments here, yeah. Because one of the things the pastor touched on is that some people also claim that they are temperaments, they are choleric, or they are melancholic, or they are sanguine. Can't remember the last one. Can't remember honestly. But if you're prone to melancholy is just always dull. Sad.
Not really dull. I think they are just
usually
introverts.
Dull.
They are withdrawn from other people.
Conservative. Yeah, you're not the very excited person. You people. So if you're prone to melancholy, how should you handle it? Because I'll have you know that if you're prone to melancholy, it gets worse when you're on your period. You know that usually you don't like to.
You drown in it.
You don't like people. Let me put it like that. So you're now on your period. Like, it's worse because now you have to deal. So how did you handle yourself during, let me say, in and out of period days?
I think it's left to them because I'm not one.
Yeah, because really, as much as I'm
advising them from your own angle.
But the truth is, they cannot change who they are.
Of course.
But they can be controlled. They can manage. They can be less.
I bet to disagree.
No, they can be less selfish.
Yeah.
Because you are melancholy does not mean that the whole world should come to an end. Yeah. Because you are sanguine does not mean that the whole world should now be hyperactive and all of that. You should be conscious of your environment and the people around you. If you need them after this period of period.
The reason why I said I beg to disagree is as much as I'm aware of what these temperaments are, these are part of the things that I try not to put in my consciousness or my subconsciousness. Zodiac signs. I intentionally made sure that I did not learn, and I will not learn the zodiac signs, because there's a way that, as much as you are saying that this is not excuses, these are not excuses for you. It works somewhere.
Yes.
So that it brings me to what I said about this temperament. As much as I'm aware that he exists, it is not an excuse for, I wish I can use the S word, behavior, bad behavior, because we are all evolving, we're all growing.
Absolutely.
So if you feel like this is who I am as a person, but I would want more, and it feels like I'm trying so much, and for instance now, I'm that kind of person that would rather be alone, would rather just be sad and just be somewhere and just be away from people, and you feel like on my period I do not like how much it drags me down, then put in the work
to be better.
Reach out to people. I don't know, be extra nice, be extra out. Not like you're saying, I'm melancholy, you know, this is how we used to be. So you now think that that's the point.
I think
happiness is not going to drop from heaven.
I think it also comes
you work
from
for it.
The you're on your period angle, because a lot of people also who, because they are on their period, misbehave, you know, react in really crazy ways, and they expect people to validate their feelings, in quote. So I think there's a place of also being conscious of people that are around you, being understanding as well, because Yoruba we say that
because you're facing me like
or something, or if you are crying you open your eyes, so you will not say, because you will not, you know, drive your car and hit somebody and expect that, because I was angry, you know,
you are angry. Why should be angry now? You cannot control it. Why don't you smash your phone? The money you are in your account, just type any number, transfer everything.
You cannot control it. Let us know that you can control yourself.
Exactly.
Put in the work.
And
we're not saying it's easy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to
say.
That if you think you cannot do some certain things,
ask for help.
Oh God.
A big hug for you. I mean, if you need help, seek help. Even the
Go
Bible
on
says
our
that
YouTube page, Facebook, YouTube actually, Splash 1055. See the bad I gave them.
Even the Bible said that ask and it shall be given unto you. Seek and ye shall find.
So
as much as possible, if your strength cannot carry you, talk to somebody, ask around for help. And I think
when we say ask for help,
it's not to build people.
Look for people.
And it's not to build people.
I'm even saying that. Being careful.
Financial help?
I was going to say, no people that you ask for help.
Of course, now don't collect that from parents. Or how do they say?
So they will not even make your situation or condition worse.
Or just make it
trendy topic.
And then another thing is that in asking for help, don't bill.
Why should I not be if you need financial help?
Wait, yo. It's not like you should not go and post, this
it's just don't be a time to. Don't be a time to. If you need financial help, please seek for help.
And you too, you should.
If you need therapy, ask for it. If you need counseling, ask for it. If you need a hug, I'll call people that can give you food. If you need food, order.
Ask for it.
And to be honest, I think the solution is even coming once you know that I need help.
Ask.
So once you'll be able to realize that I need help,
then
break it down.
What exactly do you need?
What exactly do you need? That which you need will now point you to who to address.
Because I saw a story of this
after now.
Okay. I saw one that this lady was asking him for money. So he now said he was on bike. He now said last month already arrested. He now said, I'll text you when they release me, because he doesn't want to give her the money. And then the story started
all manners of excuses.
Really ridiculous. So in asking for help, you know people you want to ask for financial help, not someone that will go and post you and then you feel like somebody has tagged you as a beggar. But really, all we're saying is that in being human, you understand that you should be kind. So either you're a man and you have siblings, you have siblings that have their menstrual period, or you have a wife that has a menstrual period, you're able to show them kindness. And as the period hormone carrier, you too should also be kind, be considerate, open your eyes, and don't let every other person feel crazy or run away from you. Because I have a friend and I told her that, see, if I hear that you're pregnant, I'm leaving the country.
Not even you're not coming visiting. You are actually relocating because
I know that when she's on her period, to me, I know I can't deal. No, it was a year that you're married and pregnant. Alele, I'm no longer in the city. And it's true. So don't let people run away from you or block you for those 5 days or those 3 days.
Or 7 days.
Or
When it's beyond 7 days,
I think I will leave by
Yeah.
saying that let's understand that bodies differ, and it's not everybody that is using that moodiness, that crankiness as excuse. Some people, it's
And
just how they really
genuinely,
feel.
yeah.
So show more kindness. And I also say that as the lady who is the crampy, like Tumi said, there's nothing that justifies your bad behavior. If you have bad behavior, you just do.
Yeah.
So it's because even if you do not have bad behavior, even though you're feeling so bad, you're feeling sick and terrible, you're still able to remember that, like Mighty said, the world does not revolve around you. You still have to remember
not
that
only
there
you.
are people around you that you still have to be kind to.
So if you have objections, you have additions, or you have something you want to say that you did not like or you like, we love to read in the comment section.
Yeah, we would definitely love to take that. The show returns next week, Saturday. Same time, same station. Splash 105.5 FM. You have been listening to Ladies Lounge. I'm Tumi Lara Ademuji.
In case you just tuned in and you like to listen all over again, the full video is on YouTube at Splash FM 1055. And please, you can drop your contributions on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Splash FM 1055. The post is right there. I am Omajuwa.
My name is Folakemi Mighty.
Good.
I'll see you
God.
again.
Bye-bye.